Now at 5, the Carthage Humane Society needs your help. Overcrowded with strays, the organization is asking for $77 to mark 77 years of saving animals. Plus, a brand new teen center opens in Miami, a place where games, friends, and fun await.
Elon Musk leaves the Trump administration after a massive and controversial effort to slash the federal government. I'm Erica Brown at the White House with more on his departure and a Supreme Court ruling on President Trump's push to deport undocumented migrants.
The 4 states' most watched news starts now.
It was a tough start to the year for the Carthage Humane Society, and it continues with overcrowding from stray animals. This is KOAM News at 5. I'm Tanya Bach. This month, the Carthage Humane Society reached its 77th year of operation. As staff and volunteers continue their commitment to these animals, the organization is asking the community to help with a $77 donation. The shelter says donation funds are crucial as the community grapples with an increase of stray animals.
The Humane Society opened in 1948. That's a long time to keep going and saving animals. Over 77 years, we have saved thousands of animals, found them homes, returned them to their owners, all the things. So we're very proud of the fact that we have been able to do it for that long, and we'd love to do it for another 77 years.
Minshew wants to remind everyone about their annual fundraiser, Stay Getty. It's set for June 14th. Children and families in Miami can look forward to a brand new facility in the heart of Main Street. After years in the making, today the Boys and Girls Club of Ottawa County celebrated the grand opening of a teen center. Inside, you'll find a gym, kitchen, classrooms, toys, air hockey, and a gaming center.
So this really is a joyous occasion for us at Boys and Girls Club. You know, it's been 3 years to bring this project to fruition, and we're just so grateful that it's open, that it's available to our kids, and I really think it's going to transform our community here in Miami.
The club expects more than 200 kiddos to show up for their summer program that starts on Monday. Meteorologist Lindsay Gaffney joins us now with a first look at weather.
Well, so far we've seen a really wonderful day today. You can see the sunny skies out there in Joplin and in Pittsburgh. Temperatures got up to the upper 70s today. We've seen mostly clear skies. A few clouds came in this afternoon, but overall it's just been beautiful, a nice break from all of the rain that we've seen for the last couple of weeks. Now currently temperatures are going to start to drop down into the mid to lower 70s, but we've got warmer temperatures to continue through the weekend, getting into the mid 80s on Saturday, lower 80s on Sunday, and then upper 80s on Monday. Now, because of those warmer temperatures, we also see the chance for some pop-up thunderstorms tomorrow afternoon. You can see there's a bit of a severe threat out there in central Oklahoma, but our area might just see some thunderstorms, garden variety later afternoon, but I'll have those details coming up.
All right, thanks, Lindsay. Well, President Trump brought on Elon Musk as a special government employee to head up his Department of Government Efficiency efforts to slash government spending. But those special employees are limited to working 130 days within a calendar year. So the tech billionaire is going back to his private industry. Erica Brown has more from the White House.
President Trump presented Elon Musk with a gold key to thank him for his service with the administration.
Elon has worked tirelessly helping lead the most sweeping and consequential government reform program in generations.
Musk may be leaving, but most of his team will stay to continue working on slashing the size of government.
The Doge team will only grow stronger over time. The Doge influence will only grow stronger. I'd liken it to sort of Buddhism. It's like a way of life. So it is permeating throughout the government, and I'm confident that over time we will see $1 trillion of savings.
Musk's time in government led to the layoffs of tens of thousands of federal workers and came at a cost for his companies. Stock shares for Tesla and SpaceX dropped as protesters and consumers reacted to his efforts.
We find that government's a little nasty on occasion.
The president says he will continue to rely on Musk as a friend and advisor. And as Trump's immigration efforts face legal challenges, his push to deport undocumented migrants just got a temporary boost. Friday, the Supreme Court ruled the Trump administration can, for now, suspend the program, protecting more than 500,000 migrants from Cuba, Nicaragua, Haiti, and Venezuela from deportation.
They've been here for 24 months. They were flown into our country illegally. And the good news is the airplanes travel in two directions.
The Trump administration also announced the shakeup Thursday within the Immigrations and Customs Enforcement Agency in order to speed up the pace of deportations. Erica Brown, CBS News, the White House.
Now, Trump said he was pleased with the Supreme Court's decision, saying he does not want to wait to deport migrants while they appeal their cases in the courts. Well, still ahead, cancer survivors.
More people with cancer are surviving, and new data shows physical activity can be key to recovery. I'm Bradley Blackburn with the effort to help cancer survivors build strength for life.
But first, in Health Watch, a new study reveals most Americans are unaware of the link between alcohol and cancer, and researchers say that needs to change. Topping today's Health Watch, most Americans have no idea that alcohol is linked to an increased risk of cancer. A study by the University of Texas finds nearly 60% of adults are unaware or uncertain of a link. An estimated 75,000 cancer cases every year are associated with alcohol, and the study's authors say more needs to be done to raise public awareness. Well, Sunday is National Cancer Survivors Day, a day to recognize those who have survived the disease and also to raise awareness for research and resources to support cancer survivors. New research shows the number of survivors is growing, and physical activity can improve survival for people with many types of cancer. Bradley Blackburn has more.
Keep your elbows back and now push it out.
After 5 surgeries for breast cancer, getting active again was very important to Renee Shutowich.
My upper body strength was so weak. I needed to regain the strength, increase the mobility in my arms, reduce the fatigue and the weakness that came after post-surgery.
She found Strength for Life, which provides free exercise classes for cancer survivors.
Arms straight.
Co-founder Deborah Hughes is a cancer-certified exercise specialist.
Our main mission is to get the strength training in, and we use resistance bands to do that. Our full body exercise splits up the body parts to help with lymphatic flow.
80-year-old Saul Hummel started taking classes while undergoing radiation for prostate cancer.
I needed to do something. I felt stagnated. So this was wonderful.
New research from the American Cancer Society shows moderate to vigorous physical activity after a cancer diagnosis improves survival for people with many types of cancer.
This is really great news because it continues to demonstrate that patients and caregivers can put their own future in their hands.
And the number of survivors is growing. An estimated 18.6 million people currently in the United States, more than 22 million by 2035.
That's a reflection of really good early detection strategies, as well as a lot of progress in the types of treatments we use.
67-year-old Amy Stadler is a breast cancer survivor.
If you had said to me that I would be able to do push-ups after a double mastectomy, I would have said, you're kidding me.
Regaining strength and so much more.
They know what you're going through on your cancer journey.
It's a support group. It's a family.
And in this family, no one fights alone. Bradley Blackburn, CBS News.
The new report finds the number of female breast cancer survivors will reach 5.3 million in 10 years, an increase of 1 million from this year. The American Cancer Society says this marks the largest projected growth among the top 10 most prevalent cancers. Well, people with depression are more likely to develop dementia. A study by the University of Nottingham finds a link between depression and dementia, and it also finds depression later in life may even be an early warning sign of dementia. The study highlights treating depression is critical to protecting brain health. Women who are self-employed tend to have better heart health than non-self-employed women. A study by UCLA found the reason for lower rates of heart disease among self-employed women may be a better balance of stress, time demands, and home responsibilities. Men did not experience as significant a benefit from being self-employed, though the reasons why are not clear. That's a look at today's health news. A little later, get ready to step back in time at the Spring River Pioneer Days. From reenactments to stagecoach rides, food trucks, and family fun all weekend long. We take you there.
And we continue our warming trend with some possible thunderstorms this weekend. I'll have those details coming. Well, we've had some pretty cool temperatures this week, and we've also had a lot of rain this week. Ended on Thursday. You can see temperatures really only got to mid-60s. That's about 15 to even 20 degrees below average. Now, we've gotten a little bit warmer today. We actually got up to the mid to upper 70s across the area with our low about 10 degrees below average. So we're still a little bit below where we should be this time of year, but it doesn't stop there. We're going to continue to warm up for the weekend. We also are going to continue to see mostly sunny skies across the next couple of days. We had a few clouds this afternoon, but most of them are clearing out of here. You can see, taking a look outside downtown Joplin from the Cornell Arts and Entertainment Complex. We have a couple of clouds out there. We call them fair weather clouds because it is just a beautiful day, beautiful afternoon today. Now, tomorrow we are going to continue to warm up. We're getting into the 80s. We also have thunderstorm chances that are going to return as we get into later. You can see we're still moving through time. Sunny all day long. Now by 6:30, we are going to see a couple of these thunderstorms pushing in from the west. I showed earlier we've got a potential severe threat for far west, not in our area, but far west of us. But these storms do make it into our area. We've got a lot of surface heating with temperatures getting into the mid-80s. We've also had a lot of rain, so saturated soils actually cause evapotranspiration, which does instigate some of these storms. Not going to be a severe threat in our area, but by 8:30 you can see how they continue to push into southeastern Kansas, northeastern Oklahoma, north of I-44. And then at this point, so 8:30 to 9 p.m., they're going to start to die down. Joplin area is going to get some rain as well, but not as bad of thunderstorms. Now we're going to see a couple more isolated storms passing by overnight into about 1:30, 2 a.m. before it all clears out of our area. And then by Sunday, we're back to sunny skies and warmer temperatures. So we can see that the weekend temperatures, we're getting into the mid-80s on Saturday. We've got those isolated afternoon to early evening thunderstorms. And then Sunday, we are going to be a little bit cooler, just due to some of those storms keeping us a bit cooler down to the lower 80s, but that's about average where we should be this time of year. Now, temperatures continue to warm up through the first half of the work week. Monday, upper 80s, Tuesday, upper 80s. However, we do have storm potential. They could come in a little bit earlier in the day, which would keep temperatures cooler just due to the rainfall. Now, on top of thunderstorm chances that extend all the way until the weekend, it's a pretty unsettled weather pattern, but we have severe potential Tuesday night, Wednesday night, Thursday night, and Friday night. Now, again, unsettled weather pattern will cause some of these days to not produce any type of severe weather, just some thunderstorms or some heavy rainfall. Not on top of that, we're also expecting chances for flooding. You can see these consistent rain chances every day will cause up to 4 to 5 inches of rain by Friday, but then we have rain continuing into the weekend. Now, this is our first week of June, going into our first week of June, and our nearly last chance for severe weather this season before we start to see that summertime pattern pushing in.
And then we can just have regular storms.
Yes, exactly. I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to it.
In the meantime, you might have a busy week, so enjoy your weekend.
I will try.
All right, thanks, Lindsay. Well, scientists say half the world's population endured at least one extra month of extreme heat over the last year. That's 4 billion people baking under brutal temperatures. A new study from World Weather Attribution reveals relentless heat fueled illness, deaths, and crop failures. It also put crushing strain on power grids and healthcare systems.
In almost all countries in the world, the number of extreme heat days has at least doubled because of human-induced climate change. As long as we keep burning fossil fuels, we will see a steady increase in the number of extreme heat days.
The report offers a game plan to tackle rising heat, including new tracking systems for extreme temperatures, more cooling shelters, and smarter city designs to keep people safe and cool. Still to come, a drop in Vegas tourism.
There is more elbow room on the Las Vegas Strip. I'm Andres Gutierrez with the dip in tourism and what could spark a rebound.
Topping today's Consumer Watch, a new CBS News poll shows Americans are a little more optimistic about the economy, with 39% now saying the economy is good, up from 37% last month. Still, many people are worried about their personal finances, with 72% saying they feel concerned and another 65% saying they feel stressed a lot or sometimes. Just 24% of Americans surveyed said their income is keeping up with inflation, with 76% saying theirs is not. Hormel is recalling more than 250,000 pounds of Dinty Moore beef stew because it may be contaminated with wood. The U.S. Department of Agriculture says consumers should look for 20-ounce cans with a best buy date of February 2028. The cans were sold nationwide. Las Vegas built its reputation on crowds, but there are fewer visitors on the Strip and hotel rates are climbing. CBS's Andre Gutierrez looks at what is cooling America's playground and what could spark a rebound.
The Welcome to Fabulous Las Vegas sign is usually the first stop for millions of tourists. The line for that photo is noticeably shorter this spring, and Sin City visitors are paying more.
We were here last year, almost exactly the same time, and it was probably 20% more this year.
Even the little luxuries sting.
$9 for a coffee. Like in the UK, that's what, like we pay £4, £5 for a coffee. So yeah, crazy.
Those higher prices haven't stopped convention traffic, but casual trips are down. The Las Vegas Convention and Visitors Authority says 3.39 million people came to town in March, down 7.8% from the same time last year. April saw a 5.1% drop. Hotel occupancy also slipped as the average nightly rate on the Strip reached $203 in April.
I think what's driving that largely now is just a drop in consumer confidence.
Tourists who do roll the dice here hit traffic. Months of construction and road closures for special events can turn a 10-minute ride into a crawl.
We've had so many customers say, we're never coming back to this city. You can't get anywhere.
Will and Donna Tryon operate adventure photo tours. They say higher fuel and insurance costs leave little room to cut prices. Some tours priced at $75 before COVID now cost $109.
The economy, the money, they don't have the money to spend, and the fact that Las Vegas is no longer a bargain vacation.
Even so, some travelers are willing to pay for marquee events.
It's like you can go for the fancy experience, but then you can find a place that's pretty good price.
And with a summer calendar full of concerts, festivals, and sporting events, the city insists there is a price point for every visitor. Andres Gutierrez, CBS News, Las Vegas.
The Las Vegas Convention and Visitors Authority plans to roll out a new marketing plan in the next fiscal year, focused on attracting domestic travelers to town. Well, final check of the forecast is next. Up next on the CBS Evening News, Steve Hartman goes on the road to Colorado to meet a young hero with a 3-word motto that are words to live by. And then on KOAM News at 6, feel the heat. Firefighter recruits in Pittsburgh battle real flames in a final test before they graduate. Plus, a car launches onto a roof. Details on what we're learning about the driver and the crash. And 6 Kansas high school baseball and softball teams are still in contention for a state championship. Stay with us for the CBS Evening News and KOAM News at 6. Well, in Verona, Missouri, preparations are underway for the 2nd annual Spring River Pioneer Days. The Verona Civic Group started setting up around 11 a.m. this morning, getting Cannon Park ready for a weekend of historic fun. Tonight will feature a Mountain Man encampment, a pioneer village, and covered wagons, along with a few food trucks and vendors. And then on Saturday, it's full steam ahead with historic reenactments, demonstrations, craft vendors, stagecoach rides, a street dance, and more.
Native of Verona, living here all my life. I love to see the activities come back to town. I love to see things going on and people coming out for it. We need help. We have a very, very small group that's trying to do these things.
Organizers say the event is all about bringing the community together and honoring local history in a fun, family-friendly way. And they should have decent weather for the event.
Oh yeah, it's going to be pretty nice for most of the weekend. Temperatures in the 80s, slight chance for a couple thunderstorms after about 6-7 p.m. on Saturday.
All right, well, thank you for joining us. The CBS Evening News is next, and we'll be back here for the KOAM News at 6. We'll see you then. Have a great evening and an even better weekend.